What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here with yet another Madden 21 roster update video. Got a lot of players going up and a lot of players going down this week. The roster update did come out a little bit earlier than normal because of it being the holidays. EA, I believe, is out of the office at this point, but the new roster update did come through. So, as always, you know the drill. Make sure you let me know below in the comments who's being disrespected, who's not getting enough love. There's quite a few names I could bring up right now, but we're going to get into the roster update in just a second. Also, I should be having another giveaway to probably start the new year, another memorabilia giveaway. The website that I did a sponsorship with a few weeks ago reached out to me again, said that they wanted to do another giveaway on social media. So my social media is up on the screen. If you want to be looking out for that, go ahead and follow me over there. It should be at the start of the new year, so that's just a few days from now. But anyway, let's get into the update. Now this week, I guess because it's the holidays, EA did not do a blog where they specifically touch on certain players who are going up and certain players who are going down. We just have pretty much the full list of the actual ratings, increases, and decreases, so that's what we're going to cover today. Now, the first player going up this week is Stefan Diggs, going up +1 to a 95 overall. He is probably in that argument. I don't even want to say probably. He is a top 5 receiver, I think, at this point. It's so hard to call it just because the wide receiver position is so deep. It's probably the deepest position in the NFL, so it's really hard to kind of narrow down a top 5, but it feels like Stefan Diggs at this point, how he's played this year and his resume, you know, the last few years, I kind of think he's in that conversation now. What do you guys think? Let me know below. We got Darren Waller also going up +1 to a 93 overall. He's making his case as, I mean, I think he's definitely got to be top 3 tight end at this point. It's him, it's Kittle, and it's Travis Kelce. I mean, those are like the 3 killers. Zach Ertz kind of fell off a little bit. Darren Waller just going absolutely crazy every week, and he's going to probably continue going up even more before the year's over. We got Aaron Jones finally starting to get some more love, going up yet again. He's up +1 now, officially a 90 overall, so he is in that 90 overall range finally. And it seems like every week he's killing me. He actually put me out of the fantasy playoffs, which sucked. I scored a lot of points, but my opponent scored even more points. And Aaron Jones is one of the reasons because of that. And he's been doing that all year long. Now we got Odell Beckham going up +1 to a 90, which is weird because last week he went down, I believe, 1 overall. And as most of you know, he hasn't been playing for some weeks now because he's on, you know, he's out for the year. He's on injured reserve, right? He went down 1 last week. Maybe it was an accident, I don't know, but EA does that to a lot of players who are injured and aren't playing. They'll just randomly drop them. Well, now this week they randomly put him back up, so maybe it was a mistake. I don't know, it just kind of seems weird. Like, you should just never be touching a player that's on IR. It's really not that complicated. We got Darius Leonard going up +1 to an 89 overall. Been balling out. Deshawn Watson going back up. You know, EA is kind of always up and down with Deshawn Watson. He's finally back up +1 now, an 88 overall. We got Terry McLaurin, second-year receiver, been killing it, +1 also to an 88 overall. Today's video is sponsored by Manscaped.com. Christmas came early, fellas, because I just got gifted the new Performance Package by Manscaped. And if you don't know what that is, let me clue you in. A lot of you might be familiar with their Perfect Package kit because I've talked about it on the channel before. This is basically that, but better. It comes with all the products you know and love. The Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology that helps reduce nicks and cuts on your most sensitive areas. It has the other great products like the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, but it comes with one of their latest products, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. This is a must-have because you don't want to use those tweezers to pull out your nose hairs. If you've ever done that, you know it hurts like hell. Get yourself the Weed Whacker. Get yourself the whole Performance Package kit just in time for Christmas. Don't wait. Go to Manscaped.com. Use my link, manscaped.com/Eric20 to get 20% off plus 2 free gifts plus free shipping. Your balls will thank you. Xavier Howard. Just seems like every week this guy gets an interception. Probably, you know, top 3 in the NFL in terms of just pure ball skills, going up and getting the ball, you know, getting his hands on the ball, interceptions. He's +1 also to an 88 overall, and I believe he did make the Pro Bowl as well. Adrian Amos, +1 to an 87 overall. We got Cole Beasley, +1 to an 87 overall. Cole Beasley has just been such a solid receiver for most of his career. Even in Dallas, he was just really good in his role. And then now with the Bills, it seems like he's even taking that kind of like Diggs, just taking it a little step further. Like he's still always kind of like that really great go-to slot guy, but he seems like he's definitely stepped it up a notch in Buffalo, and it's showing as he's now an 87 overall, which is pretty damn good ratings-wise in Madden for like a guy that's not considered like an amazing player, you know, like a star. 87 overall for Cole Beasley is really nice. We got Joel Bitonio going up +1 to an 87 overall. Ryan Jensen also +1 to an 87 overall. Ryan Tannehill finally creeping back up, +1 to an 87 overall. We got Marshawn Lattimore. He's been going down all year, my guy Marshawn, but he finally is going back up a little bit, been playing a little bit better, finally getting some love again. He's up +1 to an 86 overall. We got Josh Allen +1 to an 85 overall. I feel like he's still very much so underrated in this game for a guy that's definitely in the running for MVP. It's, you know, it's him, it's Mahomes, and it's Rodgers. Yeah, you know, most people would probably say Mahomes and Rodgers maybe are just slightly ahead of Allen. But man, Josh Allen every year just been improving, kind of just like proving the doubters wrong. And this year he looks really great, and he's got the Bills as like a real serious threat. Not just him, obviously the defense is really good too. They've got good weapons, but the Bills, you know, I mean, you're led by your QB, right? And the Bills right now, I mean, if we're talking AFC, it's definitely them and the Chiefs as like the two most dangerous teams that have a threat to really go all the way. I feel like Josh Allen should be a little bit higher, but at least he is still continuing to move up. We've got Justin Jefferson, my guy from LSU, continuing to tear it up, +1 to an 85 overall. He's in that running for Rookie of the Year, but obviously with Justin Herbert, it's going to be hard to beat out a quarterback that's putting up the numbers Herbert is. But, you know, I'd like to see them split co-offensive Rookie of the Year because they're both just that great. They're both killing it. Okay, so now we have Baker Mayfield, another guy that's been playing crazy. +1 to an 84 overall. Seems like he's kind of finally turned that hump. You know, rookie year was good. Second year, kind of a letdown. It seems like, you know, beginning of this year, too, it was kind of hot and cold. But now it seems like very consistently just putting together these good games. Think he might have finally gotten over the hump, and he continues to go up. CJ Gardner-Johnson, +1 yet again. It seems like he's gone up a few times over the last few weeks. He's +1 to an 84 overall. One of the better young defensive players kind of starting to emerge in the NFL. Another young defensive player that's starting to emerge as well, Quentin Williams, the second-year defensive lineman for the Jets. He goes up +2 to an 84 overall. We've got Olivier Vernon, +1 to an 83 overall. Byron Murphy Jr., another young second-year defensive player that's really emerging, +1 to an 82 overall. Another second-year defensive player, Devin White, +1 to an 82 overall. Kind of seeing a theme here. A lot of these young second-year defensive players are like, they're finally starting to break out a little bit here, and they're continuing to go up. We've got Emmanuel Ogbah, +1 to an 82 overall. Kyler Murray finally starting to get some more love, +1 to an 82 overall. Still think he's a little low, but at least he's finally creeping in that right direction, because he was like at a 78 for the longest time, and it just didn't make any sense. We got Quandre Diggs, +1 to an 82 overall. David Montgomery, +1 to an 81 overall. Jabril Peppers, +1 to an 81 overall. And Tremaine Edmonds, +1 to an 81 overall. Now let's talk about those players that are going down, and this is a much shorter list this week. This was a much bigger list for people that are going up than people who are going down. But the first one, another somewhat surprise, Russell Wilson, -1 to a 97. And I say this is a surprise because he went into the 99 overall club a few weeks ago, and typically EA will not drop you out of the 99 club so soon after putting you in it because they make kind of a big deal about it. I mean, not that Russell Wilson doesn't deserve to come down, because in the second half of the season, he's definitely struggled. The Seahawks have struggled a little bit more. They're still winning the majority of their games, but definitely Russell's had some rough games lately. So he went to 99 overall a few weeks ago, then he comes down to a 98. Now he's back down to a 97. So kind of crazy. Another big name guy, Julio Jones, going down 1 to a 94. Just has kind of struggled staying healthy and being able to be consistent this year. We got David DeCastro down 1 to a 90 overall. Adam Thielen down 1 to a 89. So like Justin Jefferson's kind of like in his rookie year, like they're getting close to the same rating now, and it looks like I won't say that Justin Jefferson's a number one yet. I think that's definitely still Adam Thielen, but you know, there's definitely, they're closer than you would expect them to be at this point of Jefferson's career. We got Richard Sherman down 1 to a 89. Saquon Barkley, I mean, here we go again with the injured players, down 1 to a 89. Doesn't make any sense. Casey Hayward Jr. down 1 to a 87 overall. Tyler Lockett down 1 to 87 overall. We've got Cooper Kupp down 1 to 86 overall. Jason Pierre-Paul down 1 to 84 overall. Here's a name, Juju Smith-Schuster down 1 to 84 overall. Man, it seems like everybody just hates Juju all of a sudden. Like they hate him for the TikToks and the dancing at midfield pregame. And how he came out and said he's not gonna no longer dance on the logo pregame. I guess people are just, giving him a lot of backlash for it. He got lit up in that game a few days ago by Von Bell of the Bengals. And I don't know, Juju Smith-Schuster's kind of becoming like a laughing stock lately, it seems like. And now he's going down 1 to 84 as well. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Maybe he's gonna calm down on the TikToks a little bit. We got D Ford down 1 to 83 overall. Jarrell Casey down 1 to 82 overall. Michael Brockers also down 1 to 82 overall. And then we have Justin Houston down 1 to 81 overall. That is going to be the roster update for this week. Again, let me know who's being disrespected below. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will see you guys next time.